Mary GATKOUTH is preparing to start serving tea. She says it's the only way for her to make money to look after her 4 children. The family returned to Pagak from refugee camps in Ethiopia. Pagak became too dangerous for them to live during the fighting last August.
I came back here with my teapot and my things to sell tea, hoping that I'd get money for my children. When the fighting started, I went to the border with them. When it calmed down, I came back to sell tea so I can continue to earn money for them.
Mary was one of thousands who fled Pagak and one of 400,000 South Sudanese who escaped to Ethiopia. Pagak was the military headquarters of the armed opposition under the ousted former Vice President Riek Machar. There's very little to return to for the few who have ventured back.
I was here when the fighting happened in August and fled to Ethiopia. I heard people were returning, so I came back with my children. But I didn't find anything when I came back. It was destroyed.
What is left behind? A reminder of fierce fighting. Thousands of civilians used this bridge to flee from Pagak to Gambela in neighboring Ethiopia when the armed opposition under Riek Machar lost control of the territory 6 months ago. And while they may have lost their military headquarters, the fighting between the opposition and the government is far from over, with civilians paying the price of the war that is now in its 5th year. The United Nations expects 3 million South Sudanese will be displaced this year in Africa's largest refugee crisis since the Rwandan genocide in 1994. Government ministers want everyone who fled Pagak to come back.
We are urging them to come, all of them. The governor and the deputy governor, Hassan Bali, will actually make sure that they are well received. And the role of the President of the Republic of South Sudan, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, is to make sure that those who are actually returning will be provided with the services they need as a government. We will actually work to make sure that services are provided to all of them.
Around 4 million of South Sudan's 12 million population lost their homes. As some start to return, in other parts of the country, the mass displacement continues. Peace seems elusive to Africa's youngest nation. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Pagak in South Sudan.